What's Crash Band? Oh, Crash Bandicoot's tune's quite weird, isn't it?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. I can never remember other than classics.
Yeah, I remember it's got quite like a different. We'll go with different, different style
Yes.
of tunes. I've almost done it, Sarah. I've almost done it. I'm mining the last blocks from this area.
Oh God. Witnessing this moment.
God save our gracious queen.
Ah! Almost! And... Oh.
Do it, Sarah. Do it.
No, you do
Sarah,
it. You've worked
Sarah,
so
do
hard
it.
on this.
Wait, wait, wait. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ah!
Woo! He did it! He did it! He did it! Yay! Oh yeah, he did it!
Woo! Yay! Good job.
Thank you.
You're like, now I gotta fill in all of that.
Yeah, now I gotta fill it in with dirt. But it's not mining anymore, right? It's placing, so it's better content.
I placed the one dirt I had. Getting dark again.
It is.
I'm real tempted just to create a fence like all around the entire house, but like big enough where I can just lure a bunch of different animals into it, and that can be like my pasture.
Alright, yeah. Okay. To bed. Oh wait, I've gone the wrong way. Yep. And, oh no, wait. Okay. Do I have a bunch of dirt in here? I do. Good. Good. Good.
Now what do I want to do? I don't know.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. There. Now I just need to sort out this little top bit here. Or, well, I say here, up all the way up there. And then I will be satisfied and finished with the outside of the build.
Sure.
Yep. Until a little bit later on, but I can't do what I want to do.
The amount of oak is driving me crazy.
How do I want to do that? Do I want to go... Okay, probably. God damn it. Jump! Jump up the right blocks, damn it. My legs don't work.
Zombie.
They used to.
Zombie Slayer.
Zombie
Slayer.
Slayer. Okay, I need more stone, which I don't currently. Yes, I do. Ooh.
I was gonna say, really?
No, but I wanted. You have no stone? Are you kidding me?
Oh, really? After all of that?
Where's all my stone gone? I haven't got enough though. I need more.
What are you trying to make? God.
A sculptor.
What?
Okay. Sculptor.
Sculpture.
Yeah, sculptor. Sculpture.
Oh, sculpture?
Sculpture? Is that not how it's said? You seem very
No,
confused at what I'm trying to say. Am I not saying it
I don't-
correctly?
Sculpture, that's what I heard, but I heard a sculptor. Like you're
Oh, no, I'm not-
sculpting
I'm not-
something?
Yeah, as in a sculptor.
Are you talking about like a statue?
Yeah.
Sculpture. Yeah. Sculpture. Sculpture. Yeah.
I don't know, it all sounds weird and wrong now.
I know, that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm like, I've said it so many times now, it
Yeah.
sounds all fucking weird.
It does. Sorry. No, wait, that needs to go back 2, right? And then... So that goes back 1, 1... No, they should all go back 1, shouldn't they? No, that wouldn't make sense. It needs to go back more. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yes, I just argued with myself. Deal with it.
I always do.
You do. That you do. So I'm surprised, because not even I can deal with it. Obviously, because otherwise I wouldn't be arguing with myself if I could deal with it.
It's entertaining to me, so, yeah. I'm biased, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. So what's your favourite thing about this guy? Well, he argues with himself, and that's quite entertaining.
Yeah, he has many personalities, so
Yeah,
he just kind of...
He has split personality disorder, so he kind of just does his own thing, and it's, you know, free entertainment, I guess.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Imagine I joked about it all this time, but it actually turns out, like,
That you have it.
that I actually have some really severe case.
I mean, it's not like multiple personality disorder isn't super uncommon. Schizophrenia would probably be like more.
Scary.
Well, no, it's not. It just depends on because there's multiple. I watched something on it not long ago. Have you ever been checked for like bipolar?
No, I probably should though.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yes. Well, it's not a bad thing. It's just like it's going from really happy.
I do fluctuate
and
a
then,
hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously,
So it's just
due to-
normally a sign.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know. I mean, it could be a chemical imbalance that's causing that.
Could be. How would you? I don't even.
And then-
I literally wouldn't even know where to start with.
Psychiatrist,
No, I mean like
therapist, or whatever.
diagnostic wise.
Yeah, they diagnose you at those doctors. At a psychiatrist.
Just go in and
they-
recommend. Just be like, look, I've had this thought about myself, and it's curious.
We'll just be like, like I fluctuate from this to this. I just want to get checked out, see what's going on.
What's happening?
Like I don't know if it's just stress. Is it stress related or is this something else? Because like,
yeah, I'll need to see a
chemical
different
imbalance,
doctor
it
for
can
that,
be
though, because
fixed.
my doctor's he's like from that era where depression, that isn't a thing. Don't be so stupid. You know, that kind of thing. He's from that era.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like, oh, it's not a thing, but even
yeah,
though it's
it's
been
all in your
scientifically
head, kind of
proven
thing.
that
Yeah.
it causes changes in the brain.
He's one of them.
That's whenever I bring paperwork to those doctors and then fire them. I've literally brought like literature from medical websites and shit, and like from like Baylor, like some of the best like hospitals and stuff in this area, like MD Anderson, and like all these studies and like from the textbooks. I'll like bring them, print out a bunch of shit and bring it to them, and be like, "Here's something to educate yourself on, and I'm gonna find another doctor."
Yeah. Yeah, I do need to be more confident when it comes to my doctor. I kind of just keep seeing him just because I feel bad changing doctor. Like, it just feels rude, almost. I get why. Like, I know why I should, and I know that I should. Because it took me 3 years to just get on, like, if not longer, to get on any kind of medication for my anxiety.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
because obviously the first time I went, which is how I realised he was one of them doctors where it was going to be like oh, you know, it doesn't exist kind of thing, was because his first recommendation was to not think about it. It was a have you tried not thinking about it? And
I would leave reviews. Like, I mean, I know like reviews sound dumb, but like for someone that's, say, like in my shoes, that like I've been trying to find a good doctor for years, and they depend on reviews that people leave.
Yeah.
Like that would have saved me like 20 doctors by now. I always leave reviews for terrible doctors in hopes that it helps others.
I don't even know how. I don't even know if you can do that.
Yeah, you just type his name into
Google.
Yeah, and all the websites he's on will pull up. Because it should be publicly listed where you can look at his his education. At least that's what it is here. I can look up any doctor, where they went to school, what their grades were.
That's scary. While this stone's cooking, I'm gonna have a quick. And guess what his name is? Dr. Jones, give me Dr. Jones.
Give me the iron. Get it. Oh, damn it. Ow. Just felt a little crack in the ankle there. That's cool.
I'm confused what it's showing me right now. Like, I feel like it's showing me his house.
Maybe where he works?
No, because he works at the doctor's, doesn't he?
Some doctors work at different locations. Or, like, multiple locations.
Yeah, but that is our location. That is where our doctor is in this town.
Oh.
Like, we don't have another one. Well, I wanted to find his medical record, and I found out where he lives.
So, does he have, like, is he, like, technically, like, a general practitioner? Like,
yeah,
you go to him, like, if you have the flu or something?
Yes.
So, yeah, you wouldn't need a specialist, which is...
Yeah, he's not like a doctor as in, like, you know, hospital doctor. Doctor as in, like, yeah, GP.
Yeah, they don't know shit about, cause they don't have training in that.
Oh,
they probably have very basic training.
Yeah, like I said, like there's one of them that I went to, Dr. Stanford. No, what was her name? I can't remember what her name was. She was really good. I went in there once. I explained myself, and she actually sat there and seemed like she was listening. Like Dr. Jones, you go in there and he's typing away and you know doing that business. And he doesn't kind of stop and look at you to listen. He just keeps typing kind of thing. Whereas she stopped, she was listening, and then afterwards she started typing, like, you know, when we'd finished. Like, she actually gave me her attention. Which, you know, when I'm talking about that kind of thing, that's kind of what you want, really. You want someone that is going to come across as that they are listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're talking about such a touchy kind of subject. Like, I'm quite this might sound really stupid, but as a man, like, I feel weird talking about that kind of subject. And I know it's really accepted these days and that kind of thing, but there's still that society and that kind of stigma, exactly, like around, like, and not to say it's the same because I know that it's not, but like coming out as gay, like coming out, like, even though it's been a thing for ages, people accept it a lot more these days. You got gay pride, you got all this stuff. There's still that really weird thing to go like, hello, I'm bisexual, or I'm gay, or, you know, that kind of thing. It's still like worried about, and as a guy throughout all this time, it still seems such a weird thing to admit, look, hi, I've got depression. You know, it's just still like a really weird thing. So to actually sit there and someone to stop what they are doing and actually turn and look at you, it might seem like such a small thing, but as a guy that's really shy about talking to it and kind of feels like, you know, oh, like, you know, I'm not manly enough, you know, kind of thing. Not even manly enough, it's not even that. You just feel lesser, I guess, in a weird way.
Yeah.
For someone to turn and actually look at you and pay you attention, it's like, oh, you know, it makes me feel kind of normal, I guess. Like, you're actually listening to me because it matters more than I gave myself credit for thinking that it didn't.
Yeah. Well, it's like, so I had a like when I worked at the escape room, we had a lot of psychiatrists and therapists and stuff actually come in because they thought it was fascinating because, you know, you kind of see how people think, and so they, you know, I got to talk to a lot of them. They're like, yeah, we have people that come in just because they're stressed at work, or they hate doing chores and they need to help how to like do the chores but not overwhelm themselves. It's like so many times, like it's not always like people go to therapy these days now for anything, and it's like it's such, I mean, at least here it's not a stigma at all. It's like a normal thing, but it's because it's like they don't necessarily, they're not like, oh, this is wrong with you, and it's like they listen and be like, well, how about you think about it this way, you know?
That's what I mean. Like,
it's
not technically like anything wrong as such. Like, there isn't, you know, it isn't wrong to feel how you're feeling. It's not wrong, and that was my point. Like, it's not a wrong thing, but yet it still feels like it is. Like, even though it's not, it's accepted. You know, you have a lot of people these days that are willing to help you if you're in this sticky situation, etc., whatever. And it's not a wrong thing to feel, but yet it's still, as a guy, personally, I'm not sure how women feel about it, but as a guy, personally, it still feels like people will judge for being a lesser man. Like, I know they don't, and I know that's not, like, a thing anymore. Like, you know, you get so many movements these days to say, you know, men can feel like this too. But it just feels like you will be judged, and it just feels like, even though you don't see it anymore, you still worry that it is going to be a thing. And then when you have your doctor that's not really listening, and he is a guy, and he's just kind of, you know, typing away on his keyboard, not really looking at you, paying any contract, you're like, well, now I feel stupid because he's paying no attention to me, which makes me feel like it's like I should have just not said anything in the first place.
Well, unfortunately, doctors are human too. Not to say he sounds like a shit doctor, but I don't know. He could have been going through something that day, but
he's been like I said,
it
had been 3 years that I've been trying to do anything with it. Like, it's not like I went there once and he was just having a bad day. Like, I'd been going there for the past 3 years, like, through the course of the 3 years, trying to, like, be like, look, okay, it's a lot worse this day. Like, trying to kind of update him, almost, to say, look, I'm feeling a lot worse this day, kind of thing. And it was just, I'll just get the same response. It'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, these are the steps we can take. What do you want to do? It's like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, that's why I'm here, because I don't know.
Yeah, no, you need someone that's trained in how to handle specific situations like that, because there is specific ways you handle and talk to people. Because, like, that's what I was saying, like, therapists, they're trained on, like, how to, you know, not say things wrong that will trigger, and it's like, or they help you through, like, but they, like, I will be honest, like, at therapy sessions, I freaking hate them, but they do help. Like, because it's obviously you don't want to go and unload all this emotional bullshit just as a reminder, but it's
Yeah,
like once
and
you unload
especially on
it
some
to someone
guy that
that's
you
like,
don't know.
well, it's like you're literally, I mean, you're essentially paying them to listen, so it's like, I mean, here, so it's like they better fucking listen, so they're gonna listen.
Yeah, but you don't even know them, so does it like to me
Well,
that would
well,
be
and
like
I
a
also
weird
know that
start.
well, I know that by law they can't go and tell anyone about my issues.
No, of course.
So, so I could like not tell people that like, oh, I don't have depression, I don't have this. I could just pretend be okay, but I go to therapy on the side, and they
And
would
then
never
you just go,
know. So
bleh.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
But like it's. No, I mean it helps. It's just you just have to. It's just those for me that they're like going to a new therapist. Those first 2 sessions suck because with all the shit that I've been through, it takes like multiple hour-long sessions to even get
Yeah.
everything out.
Well, that's it, because I'm in that place where I don't really know. Like, you know, as someone I've opened up to, you're well aware that I'm a very confused person.
Mhm.
And like it's like where do you where do you start? I don't even know.
Well,
And I know it's like, oh, you
hell.
know, start at the start. It's like, but I don't know
Yeah,
what.
you just have to take it. Just focusing on one step.
I know,
That's
but like that's my point about the whole guy thing. Like it just feels. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't even
well,
know how to
that's
explain it.
someone that says you don't care what people think, like you don't give a fuck.
But that's my point. Like that's what I'm getting across. Like it still feels like it just still feels like there is that stigma about it. Like it just, even though there isn't, and you know, and it's accepted and everything, and like you say, I'm one of them people that don't really care. But then, so like, why do I about this subject so much? And that's because there's that weird stigma about it. Like for all these years, again, like I was saying about coming out as gay and whatever, it's accepted these days, but yet everyone still, well, not everyone, the people that you know want to come out still feel that coming out stage.
Yeah,
Like even though it's such
but I mean, like
a
if
relatively normal thing these days, it's people still like, you know, I've been through that episode of, you know, bisexuality, and
mhm.
we have, you know, gays, lesbians, whatever within my family, like through roots, like we have everything going on in our family.
Yeah,
And yet to tell my mum, I cried. Like,
yeah,
you know, I'm it was just a confusing point in my life where, you know, I thought I could have been, and you know, I do still see some guys and I'm thinking, maybe.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's not.
when I had to say it, I still felt the need to come out, and it still was a scary process. Even though we had all this going in my family, you know, it's still just one of those things where it's just a very weird thing for a guy to be like, hello, you know, I've got depression, these are my issues. It just seems weird. It just does.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not like those people are gonna go and tell everyone else,
But that's
though.
not the point. I don't care. Like, I don't care that they're going to tell anyone. I'm talking about them. Like, that's
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
Like, that's enough for me. The fact that it's coming out of my mouth, that's me as a guy admitting that something's wrong, and that in society has been something that's been wrong. Like, oh, you know, hide your feelings, you're a man. That kind of thing.
As a woman, I'm telling you that it's okay. That
Yeah, but that's what I
and
mean. I know that it is. I know that it's okay.
yeah,
But when
yeah,
it comes to the point of having to, or
yeah.
not having to, of
It's
wanting
hard.
to, I guess, or having to, it's just hard to get out of that frame of mind. Like you know, they're professionals. They're not going to judge you. But then why do I sit here and feel like they are? And that's just because there's been that stigma around it for all these years, for God knows how many centuries, that guys have to hide
And
their
that's something they
feelings
can
because it's
probably,
manly. You know?
and that's something they can actually probably help you through as well.
Yeah, definitely. They
Like,
probably could. But again, first steps for.
because I guarantee, like that's a pretty common thing.
Mm.
You know, like men going in there and saying it, acting all tough, like they don't want to.
But I'm not even like a manly man, which I'm very, you know, if anyone's aware of that, it's probably you.
Yeah.
But like, I have a very feminine side about me.
Mhm.
So like, you know, the whole stigma of having to be the butch manly man with my little girly feminine hands, you know, it's that's not a problem. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's one of those very weird things.
Yeah. It makes sense. I get it. And just take things
Minecraft,
one step at a
everybody.
time. My. It's like obviously just skip those parts.
No, because like, you know, it might help someone else that's feeling the exact same way.
Just leave the part out. But I'm just saying, like, how it's here, it's you know, it's pretty casually talked about, but
And that's what I mean, it is here as well, but there's still that stigma, there's still that weird kind of,
yeah.
you know, hold over it. But come look at my house from
Okay.
this view. I'm happy with all of that digging just for this. Like, I'm happy with that. There's still a bit
I
more I
believe
want
you.
going on these walls here, but I'll sort that out, you know.
Like coming inside, right?
No, outside, out by your house, out the front.
Oh, okay, I
Like,
see.
or this bit that I've been working on.
Ooh, that's neat.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
thank you.
I'd give you a high five if I could, without killing you. But, nope.
You can't hit me.
Yeah. Whee! Okay, it's
Have you
nice.
seen that ASD? Have you seen ASDF movie on
No.
YouTube? No. Oh my god, Sarah, it's one of the most stupidest things, but like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's one of those things where it's so stupid that it's funny. When we're done playing this,
Hmm.
we're gonna go ahead and watch a few. They're like short clip. We're watching a few after this. After we're done playing, we're gonna go on YouTube and we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch a few.
Okay.
It's so stupid, but it's so funny. And it's funny because it's stupid. And it's like, how do people think of these things? Like, at what point do you go, I've got a really good idea, and then something like this happens? It's just unfathomable. Oh, that was a good word. Unfathomable.
Oh.
Okay.
Just told me I didn't have enough disk space to keep recording, so I'm trying to
Already.
things to OneDrive real quick.
Mhm. I'm cutting some of the trees down around your house. I've planted new ones,
Okay.
but I need wood, and this is the closest source.
If you must.
I did. I
There's
did.
like a billion other trees all around the.
But they're the closest ones. Oh, I can't even get up. Is somebody tired?
Shush. I don't feel well today. I can't.
I mean, you can call it quits whenever you're ready.
Oh, it's okay. It's gonna take a minute. A little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. We have been playing for 3 hours.
Oh shit.
That's why you got no disk space.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
You've only just recorded a 3-hour block. God, Sarah. That there.
I really want to play Phasmophobia. See if.
Oops. Try to build a stick pickaxe. A stick axe.
A stick axe? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I tried to build just then. Come on. There we go. I think that will be fine.
Bears. Oof. When a 20-pound cat uses your stomach as a springboard, it's it's a bit much.
You sounded like when you get punched and it's like that. Oof!
Yeah. That's essentially like.
Oh my god, do Minecraft... They don't even do that anymore, do they? I don't think.
Hmm.
That's the sound they used to make back in the days. Oof! When they got hit. I don't think they do that anymore. Although I can't remember the sound anyway. Like I can't remember hearing it anytime recently.
They upload stuff to Wonder I will be able to.
Uploading this will be fun. Upload that 3-hour period so I can download it.
Oh god.
You might as well start that now.
Mm-hmm.
2 years later. There we go. That'll do. For now. Okay. I need food.
Dude.
Food.
Don't remember what I was sending your.
The 3-hour version of what you just
No, what my
recorded?
OneDrive.
Oh, you can't remember what your username and password was. Well done, sir. Well done. I don't know how I want to.
Are you able to look at where you sent it before?
Probably, but okay.
I think I want to take a break.
Yeah, that sounds good. We have been doing this for 3 hours now, but that was enjoyable.
Poor Ralph. Yeah, poor Ralph was in the other room, like, hey.